Hello, dear friends. The economic issue is complicated, but I have tried to simplify it as much as possible. This transition is one more sign of the global changes taking place. Opinion piece. Banking transition. New financial system. Banks don't call it QFS. Changing economic rules. Change of reference rates. Transition from Libor to SOFR. Let's start. The term banking transition refers to the change to a new financial system, i.e., a new technology or operating platform. This may include the adoption of digital systems, the implementation of online services, the automation of processes, and the incorporation of technological advances in order to improve efficiency, security, and customer experience. These changes may include the adoption of blockchain-based banking system, the implementation of digital payments, process automation, and digitization of services, among others. Banking transition can also refer to the transformation of a global banking system, such as the transition from a traditional banking system to one that is more oriented towards financial inclusion, the implementation of stricter regulations to ensure financial stability, or the transition towards greater transparency and regulatory compliance. Fundamental change. When the transition from Libor to SOFR is made on 30th June, we will see many companies move up and down. Asset prices will find their new values as we move forward. In the end, we will have a sound money economy. The transition from Libor to SOFR, or Secure Overnight Financial Rate, refers to a fundamental change in the benchmark used to determine interest rates in global financial markets. The London Interbank Offered Rate, Libor, has long been one of the most widely used benchmarks for determining interest rates on loans and financial contracts worldwide. However, due to concerns about the integrity and robustness of Libor, as well as changes in regulatory standards, it was replaced with a more robust alternative reference rate based on actual transactions. This alternative rate is the SOFR, which is calculated by the New York Federal Reserve and is based on transactions backed overnight by collateral. The transition from Libor to SOFR implies that financial contracts and products that currently use Libor as a benchmark must be modified to use SOFR instead. This includes a wide range of economic instruments such as corporate loans, bonds, derivatives, mortgages, and other financial contracts. The transition from Libor to SOFR is expected to improve integrity and trust in financial markets while providing a more robust and transparent reference rate based on actual transaction data. However, it is important to note that the transition also brings challenges and risks, and market participants must be prepared to adapt to these changes in the financial landscape. QFS. There is a new banking system, but banks don't call it QFS. They call it something different. According to Once, the quantum financial system is a new technological development that promises to revolutionize the way we interact with money, streamlining and democratizing wealth generation while ensuring privacy and data integrity. A quantum financial system uses quantum computing technology and quantum cryptography through a blockchain to manage financial transactions and data. Quantum banking could bring several advantages over traditional financial systems, such as increased security, faster transaction processing, times and more sophisticated risk management capabilities. A new technological concept that would revolutionize the way we interact with money, offering a myriad of new financial possibilities for businesses and individuals. One of the main advantages of QFS is that the data is immutable and cannot be manipulated by any malicious actor. This is due to the fact that the QFS would issue a digital number for each currency in each bank account, and the physical GPS position of each of these currencies will be monitored in real time. In other words, you will know exactly where it is, when it was transferred, the account number, and the details of anyone who has had access to the account. In short, a quantum financial system could be part of the solution to the problems currently facing the traditional financial system, addressing the lack of transparency, data insecurity, corruption, and intrinsic volatility due to the lack of trust in the current monetary system. Golden curls. According to Goldilocks, since the beginning of the year, the stock market has been overvalued in terms of the new tightening measures and the liquidity risks involved in these valuations. It is important to watch for a transition to real values in the second half of this year. These last 3 months have set the stage for a market and currency transition. Everything has been zeroed out on paper. Now is the time to execute these changes and let the chips fall where they may. A recession is just around the corner, but investors are falling for a Goldilocks scenario, says Wells Fargo. It's not going to end so well, he adds. A Goldilocks scenario refers to a situation where investors believe they have found the perfect combination of favorable conditions, such as high returns and low risk, and are complacent or overconfident due to exceptional results, but the use of the phrase "it's not going to end so well" indicates that, despite investors' current complacency, the long-term outlook could be bleaker. Reset news. According to PDB Mayor, around 25th June next, the monetary system is expected to collapse, leaving the click powerless. With the simultaneous introduction of the new QFS monetary system, prosperity will come for all. Readers often complain that the elimination of the click takes too long and that the outcome has been predicted years ago without any progress. This is totally unfounded. Humankind has been oppressed for over 500,000 years. In this number of years, 2 extra years count for nothing at all. The strategy is to let the enemy destroy itself, and this has been going on since 2012. According to Captain Kill, the Netherlands is the first country to install medbeds, and patients are discharged the same day after treatment. The future is here. Virgin Galactic shares soar as the company prepares for the first commercial space flight. BRICS. According to Max Sira, the BRICS are meeting right now about the new asset-backed currency they will soon launch. 130 countries are participating in the St. Petersburg International Economic Forum. According to Lena Petrova, France, Mexico, and Canada will join Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa in the BRICS. Egypt and most of Africa have applied to join the BRICS, while Germany is considering joining. There were 118 countries that would be at the BRICS meeting this weekend, and they all wanted to be part of BRICS. The BRIC alliance plans to create a new gold-backed currency set the stage for a financial reset, ending the reign of fiat currencies as the current financial system collapses, writes Awake in 3D. Benjamin Fulford says something could happen around the 18th. New geopolitical alliances are emerging to change the global financial order. Robert Kennedy Jr. says the White House is largely responsible for the conflict in Ukraine. Space Force launches first group of spy satellites of its kind to track Chinese and Russian threats. India calls for global financial reform because it is time, it says. India rejects joining the NATO Plus format. Indian Prime Minister urges reform of multilateral financial institutions. China scrambles to support its economy with another interest rate cut as recovery falters. China's central bank cut medium-term policy lending rates on Thursday. The China-based bank that is trying to de-dollarize is now having trouble repaying dollar debts. Based in Shanghai, the new development bank, set up by the BRICS 8 years ago, has stopped issuing new loans because it is having trouble finding dollar funds to repay debts, the Wall Street Journal said. China is losing out to India and Japan as strained ties with the US had hurt deals and prospects for private equity outflows, according to the South China Morning Post. Janet Yellen says the IMF and the World Bank are key counterweights to China. China's youth unemployment hits record high in May. Xi Jinping recently said, in quotes, "Stop blaming China. China is not helping Russia. But if it decides to help, not even God would save you." Strange. Hackers threaten to attack the European banking system. Romania announces the biggest oil discovery in decades in an unexpected area. Russians believe that God is on their side and that demons have taken over the West, according to Benjamin Fulford. Canada was hit by more than 500 simultaneous forest fires in the immediate aftermath of a military tribunal. Curious. Israeli lawmaker Amit Halevi has proposed giving Muslims control of the southern end of the Temple Mount complex, which contains the Al-Aqsa Mosque, while Jews would receive the central and northern areas where they could build their temple. Headphones that track your brain signals to help you be productive. Headphones that can tell you when you are tired and should take a break could go on sale later this year. Beware of plastic food. There is a cheese that won't melt. You can find many videos about this on the internet, including some about ice cream that won't melt, where you leave it in the sun for hours and the ice cream doesn't melt. Even flies don't want to touch it. And that's all for today. Thanks a lot, dear friends.